Hello there YouTube, this will be part 1 of a quick 2 videos that I'll be doing tonight on using pan and filters for builds. 2 things that you should be able to utilize when you're making your mixes and making your builds and things like that, and 2 things that are very important and that I feel are left out sometimes. So the first of the 2 that I will be talking about is the filter, using an auto filter. So I'll take off the pan that I have enabled on these tracks by duplicating the tracks, and then I'll just go to automation and then go to pan. Okay, so I got rid of the pan automation, which is good. So now I can show you specifically what this tutorial is going to be about. So what you need to know is about automation, and I'll make a basics of automation soon, but I'll sort of make it easy to follow as I go through this. So we're doing no pan in this tutorial, just learning about the auto filter. So you can set up a synth however you want, and I'll show you the synth riff that I have going right now, and this is what it sounds like. That's really loud. Alright, this is the synth riff that I have going. Actually, let me wrong track. This is the synth riff that I have going, and I'll let you. What I'll do is I'll let you listen to the whole build, sort of what the whole thing sounds like, and then I'll point out the track that I'm gonna show you guys. Alright, so we will disable the auto filter on this track, and there's no pan or anything. Okay, so here's the build right here.
I'm a big practical joke, man. I love to play practical jokes. I have a great one for you guys. You're gonna try this, right? Really simple, very effective. Do this next time you're at the airport, right? This is what to do. You're at the airport, you see somebody waiting for their flight. Okay, they're sitting there, reading the paper, whatever, just chilling out. This is what you're gonna do, just like this. You're gonna walk over to them really slow, walk over, right? Then stand right in front of them. Don't say anything, like wait till they feel you there, you know what I mean? When they finally look up at you, come right in the eyes, go like this.
Alright, so that's the build. And as you can hear, I have a classic techno synth riff going, and let me just show you what I did with the auto filter. So if you're wondering, the classic techno synth is an ES2 preset. So you open up the ES2 and it's under synth leads, classic techno 3, and this is a pretty loud synth, so I have to keep it kind of quiet, but I'll turn the volume up a tiny bit so you can hear what the riff is actually.
Throw it at her, just chilling out. This is what you're gonna do, just like this. You're gonna walk over to them really slow, walk over, alright? Then stand right in front of them. Don't say anything, like wait till they feel you there, you know what I mean? When they finally look up at you, come right in the eyes, go like this.
Alright, so that's what the synth is playing, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put an auto filter on it to give it a little bit of like a little build, sense of a build. And what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go to let me go to my auto filter. Okay, so right, so you're going to want to go to your presets, and then go to filter, and the top one there, auto filter. When you open that up, and these are the settings that you want. You're going to want to put the cutoff mod to 0, and then that makes it so that none of this stuff matters at the moment. You don't need any of this with those settings at 0. You're going to want to go to 4-pole low pass filter and 12 poles, and no distortion at all. Main output all the way, dry signal 0%, and cutoff around 40, between 40 and 45, and resonance between 50 and 60. Those numbers are completely up to you. It was arbitrary for me. Those are the ones I just happened to choose. So that's what I did. That's what you might want to do as well. And that's basically the filter. And what you're going to want to do is record some automation. And I'll show you how to do that right now. So let me just select and delete this automation. So you go down to your automation select tool. And whatever tool you have here, when you press command, that tool shows up. So you can select the automation and get rid of it. So you're going to want to go from read to latch. What that does is whatever parameter you change, so say I just go change in the dynamic, it'll record that.
This is what you're gonna do, just like this. You're gonna walk over.
But that doesn't matter because the cutoff mod is at 0. So that's just one example. So whatever you do, it records it. That's what latch is for. But what we want to be changing is the cutoff mod, which is this. How much of the frequencies is cutting off. That's basically what a filter does, is it cuts out certain frequencies, and depending on what filter type you choose, it'll determine what frequencies you're cutting out. So let me put this in a place where we can see it. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start at a low number, around 20, 30 maybe, and you're going to press play and hold down the cutoff and just move it up and down until you get the build. And then you sort of have it sway a little bit, go like this, and then once you get here you build it up a little bit more to about where was it? Where did we have it? Like 70 something? Yeah, so let's start. Actually, we can check this one and see where it starts. It starts around 40. So, right, yeah. Let's try this. I'll put the other one out of the way so we know that we're dealing with this one. So make sure you click and hold and press play.
Reading the paper, whatever. Just chilling out. This is what you're gonna do, just like this. You're gonna walk over to them really slow, walk over. All right, and stand right in front of them. Don't say anything, like wait till they feel you there. You know what I mean? When they finally look up at you, come right in the eyes and go like this. Don't get on the flight.
So that's basically how you record filter automation. That's a great way to add a little tension to a build, add a little atmosphere to a sound. I also have this sent through a bus to Space Design, so if you hear closely you'll hear that there's a little bit of space to the sound too. And you hear the kick as well, because I have the kick sent to the same bus for the Space Design, just to save a little bit of processing power. But yeah, so you can choose a low pass filter that works as well, so we can hear what that sounds like.
Just chilling out.
And we can check the 12 pole low pass filter again. So that's that. I'm actually not sure what the numbers represent, because it says 4-pole low pass filter there, and I'm not sure if this represents the number of poles or a different number, but just know that the one that I'm using is 12. You can just play around with the different types, but I wouldn't use band pass or high pass. I would use low pass or try out one of these. And you can move the resonance around. The resonance is basically sort of like the squeakiness to us, the high pitchedness of the filter itself. Doesn't modify the actual sound of the synth or the sound that you're adding the filter to. It's just when the sweep of the filter is going through. That's how high pitched the swoosh itself actually is. So this is part one of a two-part tutorial about sort of a couple techniques you can use for builds. This one obviously being taking advantage of filters. You can click up here or wherever I'm going to put the annotation for part 2. I'll have that up tonight if you're watching it this early. Make sure you check back for part 2 if this is the first video that you're seeing of mine. Make sure you subscribe for more and comment down below what you think. Message me with any questions. Comment down below with any questions. Comment down what you think about the song, what you think about the build, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in a few minutes, because that's when I'm making the next video. Alright, a little bonus section here. I'll show you the build and the drop for this song, because you're probably wondering what it sounds like if you haven't heard it already from my SoundCloud or something like that. So I will show you what this song actually sounds like, or this build and drop in particular. I have one more at the beginning, but this is what it sounds like.
Just chilling out. This is what you're gonna do, just like this. You're gonna walk over to them really slow, walk over, alright? Then stand right in front of them. Don't say anything, like wait till they feel you there, you know what I mean? When they finally look up at you, come right in the eyes and go like this. Don't get on the flight.
Alright, so that's it. I hope you liked the parts that I showed you. I've gotten a couple comments about posting the whole song. It's close to being finished. I'm just adding in the sine wave bass, which is something that I'm starting to do by default now. And I also started automating the speed of the LFO cutoff, which is something that I tried when I first started and I failed, and then from then on I thought it was something that you couldn't do, something that didn't work, and I'm figuring out now that it's something that's worth trying and worth working at. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm adding in the subs. I still need to finish them all for this drop. And I have them throughout the rest of the song. So yeah, hope you like the track. I'll put the link in the SoundCloud to my SoundCloud if you want to check out this as well as anything else that's on there. So yeah, comment on my SoundCloud also if you like the tracks, and spread them around if you really like them. So yeah, this is the end of my video. Thanks for watching.